Alrighty, I'll try and keep this short because I'm in an enclosed car here and it's rather warm. If you hear anything, it's my guts making noises. Unfortunately, I didn't get any photos or video or anything of the garden this week. It was daylight savings and I turned up an hour late. But all the same, I did get to go out there with Pippi Longstockings, and she could only find one knife, so I was using the knife and she was snapping off broccoli with her fingers. And we got a few cauliflowers. Something else interesting occurred. The woman who helped set up all the irrigation system, I haven't seen her for about 2 months. I was told, quite specifically by somebody, that she fertilised it all. You know what? It never got fertilised. Now, you remember we had the mini butterhead lettuces. Those, I assume, are full-size butterheads that just weren't fertilised, and all the other beds were fertilised except that bed. But no, they're actually miniatures. That's the ones we got last week that the bugs had got into and the rabbits had started even chewing them. And lo and behold, she's there today, and I said something about fertilising it, and she said, no, I never even fertilised it. You're joking. You're flaming joking. Somebody specifically told me she had. I've got all this extra fertiliser at home. They never got fertilised. Now, some of the cauliflower heads aren't great. That could be because they weren't fertilised. It's also, they're going to come anyway because we're hitting warmer weather now, so they're going to bolt regardless. So whether they're ready or not to make a proper head, they're going to make whatever head they're going to get, because it's just that warm that they're just going to start putting heads up regardless of if the plant itself is ready to do a proper head or not. And some of the heads that's been thrown up are only that big and they're all separated out, and it's just not looking very good. But this is the thing, it got no fertiliser. I can't believe that it went as well as it did. In an 85% sand, 15% mushroom compost mix, we actually got some produce in that. I mean, that's nothing for it to go. The sand has nothing in it. The only thing is, mushroom compost is the only thing it's had to draw out of. And no fertiliser, which I couldn't believe it. How did somebody not do it, not pass on to me to do it, tell someone else to do it? The Asian girl, Pippi Longstocking, one of us, get the message it should be fertilised. Didn't happen. Anyways, next week we are going to be filling up those other garden beds, the raised beds that are actually reasonably thin. They're probably only, they're only about 3/4 inch thick. We're going to be filling those up. We're going to be screwing together the last one of mine with the thicker timber and filling those up. And it appears that amongst these two young lasses, there's a consensus on definitely strawberries. Oh, they're cute. So we're going to be getting strawberries one way or the other, and they all love the idea of strawberries. I'll have to bring the whipped cream then, it means. They can sit out there sunbaking and eating blooming strawberries and cream. Anyway, oh, it's funny. It's funny, really. They went from, the Asian girl went from onions one week to strawberries the next. And the older woman who helped set it all up, she's not older, she's in her 40s, but she's not exactly a teenager either. She was mentioning onions, and she said that onions will keep other bugs away. And I said to Pippi Longstockings, this is what I was saying about the insects running on smell. They don't run on sight. The sight is useless. They run on the smell of the plants, and that's what guides it to it. But you can drown that smell out by spring onions or whatever. Certain things that, certain herbs as well that will drown the smell out. Another good one is marigolds. Everybody knows that. And yeah. But anyway, we start at 9 o'clock next Saturday on this working bee, and I will definitely be trying to get footage of that. Sorry guys I didn't get anything this week. It was just a bit sort of chaotic. I couldn't even manage a photo, and Pippi Longstockings is always like bailing out, oh, I'll take this inside, I'll take this. So she'll be taken off to take it into the kitchen, and I'll be still talking to someone else, and then said, oh, you know, oh, I've got to wash these. And I said, went in the kitchen, said, no, you don't have to wash them. The lettuces you do because they're on ground level, but this cauliflower and broccoli, it's up off the ground, it doesn't get sand in it. I said, it's good to go as it is. And we've been highly blessed that there's no bugs have really got into it, except for aphids into the lettuces, a couple of harlequin beetles, and the last week there, the rabbits nibbling the lettuces. And they got one or two cabbages, but those have come back anyway. And that might be another thing, I might bring in that blooming fertiliser next week, so whatever they plant new, we can throw some of these fertiliser pellets onto. Although I do realise they've got a potting mix there that's already got fertiliser in it. So I might sort of, I don't want to overdo it, but if they go and use a potting mix in one area or whatever, and then, you know, sand for the rest of it, I'll fertilise the sand areas sort of thing. So anyways, it'll be a big day tomorrow, not tomorrow, next Saturday, and I may also have to work next Saturday, but that's afternoon shift, so I can get out of here like 12:30 or whatever. Actually, it can now almost be 1 o'clock that I can get out of here to go to work anyway, so I might be having a big day. Actually, the guys that work the permanents get more of a chance at overtime than we do, but there is a mention that we might be doing that overtime on a Saturday. This Friday, I got it wrong. I told somebody the grand final was already done. No, it was actually on the Saturday night, last night, and yeah, I went into a particular town to get a bit of takeaway food, and I was going to video it, but I don't really want to give away where I live, so I really couldn't. But it was like a frickin' ghost town. And then most times on a Saturday night it's just chaotic. There's cars everywhere, you can barely get a park near where the takeaway joint is. And this time, just dead. No cars, nothing. They're all in there watching their flaming football. But anyways, that's because of that, they give us a Friday off. It's a state holiday, and then it seems that other states have have this Monday, like tomorrow, off. Yeah, so it's going to be. I believe it's. They were trying to bring forward Monday's orders on the Friday, but we went on the Thursday, but we knocked off 2 hours early on the Thursday because they couldn't get the computer system to spew up next week's orders that week. And if they could have, we could have done, you know, pre-ordered, pre-packed some of these orders, you know, done them a couple of days in advance. But this week is apparently going to be chaos because of having a public holiday on the Friday here, and all other states having one on the Monday. Plus New South Wales has sacked a few people, so we've got to sort of pick up for who they've let go. So anyways, I'll have plenty of work this summer anyway.